Morning. So today I'm headed to go and check out a Honda Grom for the first time. I want to try and ride it and see what kind of speeds we're gonna get. So I just gotta ride over there, talk to the guy, then take it out for a spin, and then I'm gonna have just a couple thoughts when I'm putting around, and I'll talk to you then. See you in a bit. Hey guys, Dave here. Quick 30-second review of the Honda Grom. So I have a 2015 Honda Grom with 15,000 miles on it. Looks pretty sweet. And this thing, I'm thinking about buying it. So it has an aftermarket seat, has aftermarket exhaust, and it's kind of cool. We're gonna see if I can get it started. Let's see if we can start this here. Oh, it's totally dead. Jeez. All right. This is a super fun, playful little bike. You can smash the rear tire and have it slide out. You can do stoppies, you can do wheelies. Really, really fun. I don't know if I like this bike in particular because I don't know any of the history. It has 15,000 miles on it. Who knows when the valves were adjusted. It's kind of noisy when it runs. I didn't really like the seat, and there were a few other things. Shifting, it was really smooth. I had a hard time finding first a little bit. It was a really kind of an odd sensation. That might be just my personal preference. I'm a Kawasaki guy. It's a little bit more clunky, but it's really easy to find out what gear you're in. The horn placement is really annoying to me. I really like the blinkers on top and then the horn on the bottom. Again, that's a Kawasaki thing, so a lot of it could be me. But this is a super fun little bike, and I like how comfortable the bike feels when you ride it. It's a cool bike though. I like it. It's $2,000 for this thing. It's not a bad price. See the broken... Someone dumped the bike right here. All right, well that's it. My thoughts so far: fun little bike, pretty tiny, enjoyable. I'm gonna try and do a top speed here. I don't have the right helmet to wear this while I'm riding, so I'm gonna have to put this away. I'll give you top speed, we can chat about it afterwards. I mean, it looks pretty cool though. I like it. All right, take care. All right, we finished the ride and I'm back home. The Grom is interesting. It's a super fun bike. It's incredibly light. It weighs as much as I do. It's about 220, 224 pounds or something. I'm not sure if that's dry or wet, but it's not a lot of weight. And it's just, it feels like a toy after being on a 650. Not in a bad way. I have an SX 500, like a little electric bike razor. That's so much fun to ride. And it only goes like 27, 28 miles an hour. So this is like about twice as heavy, and it goes about twice as fast as my SX 500. And I have a blast on the SX 500, but it feels very playful. It feels like I could go anywhere on it and just be a complete hooligan. This particular bike had 15,000 miles on it, and the owner, I don't know how many owners there were. He had no history on the bike. He'd owned it for 4 months, and he'd really never ridden it at all. The battery was dead, so we had to bump start it to get it started. Once it was going, it was running, but he had it running for 15 minutes before I even showed up. So that's a red flag because he didn't let me start it cold. Even if it had a dead battery, I would rather bump start it cold just to see what it would do. Had some ticking and rattling next to the engine at 15,000 miles. That's a little concerning. I don't know when the valves were checked. I don't know if the valves were checked. I don't know if the oil had been changed. He didn't know if the oil had been changed. We had no idea on any of the history of this bike. It had an aftermarket exhaust, which normally people enjoy, and it sounded pretty cool, but it's loud. I don't like loud exhausts. I would rather have a very quiet exhaust. The quieter, the better. Sure, make it sound like a sewing machine. I don't care. I just want a quiet exhaust. That's one of the reasons why I love e-bikes, is because they're pretty darn quiet. So I just want something a little bit more quiet. Top speed was lackluster, to say the least. I think it's pretty standard for the bike. Riding on a slight incline up a hill, I max out either in third or fourth gear, so at about 46 miles an hour. That's not that fast. Flat ground, I couldn't even hit 50 in fourth gear. Dropping it to third, I could barely touch 49 miles an hour. I could never hit 50 just on flat ground. On a slight decline, I hit 51 miles an hour. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.